Okay, the one video that's uploading right now is where they said something lied about the boys having an attorney. And I told you, the boys don't have an attorney. Where they lied, where it's just a Ponzi scheme. Where they kicked in my door and they said they photoshopped a shower scene. Then they said they were going to have those kids say something, and it didn't happen. And it is a very much a Ponzi scheme that they'll tell me, well, we kicked in your door, we were stalking you with button cameras. We photoshopped a shower scene and we got your grandkids to lie on you. And they got an attorney. And they already filed charges and word money. And you've never been talked to. That's crazy crap. Told you I went to my son, Danny, and Jen. His wife, Jen, was talking about what happened with Krista, about them following me, about them lying to people. I have charges and they should watch me. She's like, why on earth would they watch you? And I told you, I said, I don't have time for stupid. I work for a day hub, and I take care of people for a living, handicapped people. I don't have time for stupid. And she's fallen. I had like 9 or 10 people that day by myself at a library. I don't have time for her to stalk me. I got everybody in the truck, and I came around and I said hi. She's like hi, because she's waiting outside the van. And it's like, I'm going to take care of this. She's like, how are you? I was like, well, it's been pretty rough. My ex-husband, Dave, was dating retired Judge Pete, daughter, Michelle, and they tried to have me killed to get everything. And where he just met her within a few days I was moving up there, by the 6th day, we're not even moved in, they kicked in my door. Her mouth dropped open. They said they photoshopped a shower scene to make me look weird. And I was waking up with bruises, getting sick on drinking. And I lied to people. They had sodium pentothal reports. And it came out that they were date rape drugging me. Oh, you'll be found innocent, Karen, of this. What part of that makes me a victim? A stalking victim. Yeah. So it's like already been found innocent. And I told her da 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 da. And she looked sick and walked off. Well, Michelle showed up November 8th, 22. Outside my clients on Turquoise Street. And when she was telling them, Krista called me. She takes, none of this is funny. I didn't think about it before. Um, that she takes care of people for a living and she just got some kind of medical license. I called him. He said she's always done really good taking care of people. It figures that's what she's doing for a living. Okay. All the tapes before were just the people helping us get everything, and everything else was all the other people helping us get everything else. That's it. Nobody should say a word. It was just the people helping us get everything. That's it. Okay? Even Michelle admitted it was made up. Well, today, yeah, it's November 18, 22. After work, I go to Walmart and people are saying stuff outside the hair salon. I can hear them walking by. And then I go over to Fazoli's and I get spaghetti and I'm eating out in my car. And this guy pulls in and said, the boys, his attorney is going to take care of this. The boys don't have an attorney. It's a Photoshop shower scene. I went to my son, Danny, and Jen, and I was telling them about what happened with Krista and that girl lying on me. She said, boy, Karen, if anybody would ever say anything bad about you, they better carry shorts on them because their pants would burst into flame. They are lying, as if you'd ever do anything wrong. Now, somebody's saying, as if I ever did anything wrong. Do they say anything bad about me? No. Do they have an attorney? No. My son's like, well, you have your CCW, right, Mom? I said, of course. And I have my notary, and I just got my med license, my med certification license to pass meds. I said, do you have to have passed an FBI background check? Well, why would somebody even think you have charges or an accusation? See what I mean? They're lying on my son. See, if they lie to me, that my son's saying bad stuff about me and then say, well, we photoshopped a shower scene and they're going along with it and they got money out of this and we put charges and they enter it in the court system and nobody said anything. That's a big scam and a big lie. The police never talked to me up there, nor was I ever questioned, nor was I ever accused, because everybody was caught lying in Karen Around the House state case, where I was in protective custody, September 27th, 18. All the police and investigators were following everybody around, and they already found everybody lying. So I leave there and I go to Goodwill. Okay. I go in Goodwill. And when I go in Goodwill, some guy said something about Melissa ain't gonna take care of shit. Melissa's gonna end up with her ass in jail. It wasn't just a few months ago. One of her gangbanger friends was in there. Kenzie's mom, or should we say something? Or how they put it, they said, should we say something to our little brat bastards from town? And they said, no. Kenzie's mom said they already told her they knew all the kids were lying a long time ago. And so there's no need to. But those bastards raped her, and they're making fun of me for being raped. And we all know she can't handle it, and they're mocking me for being raped and tortured trying to help an Asian lady that her husband died. These people in Louisville, don't ever come here. They'll mock you, they'll let people rape you, and they'll look the other way. They are the lowest scum on earth. You want to talk about a corrupt town? It's sick here. They literally, instead of towns coming racing to your rescue, they'll actually let people drug you, they'll let people rape you, and they'll sit and mock you for it and try to help steal money from you. Don't ever come to this town. It's very crooked. But even outside my clients on Turquoise Street, some other lady investigator said, I asked Melissa, why would you have your kids make everything up? Oh, we just wanted to help them get the house. Well, that's what the police said in 18. Why are they having those kids make everything up? Well, they're just trying to help them get the house. They already know that. They already told her back in August, basically to knock it off. So it's not her. This is Michelle, her gangbanger friends. Like they said, it's just that idiot trying to steal everything for his family. And that's exactly what's going on. It's her father trying to steal, and his friends trying to steal everything I have in life. They're thieves. And they use people's low IQs to help. Don't you think if I did something wrong, somebody would have knocked on the door? Nobody did. Boy. And you know how stupid Will's going to look? Where I said November 24th, 21 at Altman emergency room in a Maslin officer. We're looking for a Steve and Eric for stalking her, and we don't know who they are yet. Well, see, that's where Edith Oakland apartment, December 9, 21, 4 p.m. They tell him all the tapes before were them and not me, and they're looking that they're just a bunch of men doing crimes down here. December 9, 21 at 1 p.m., a white man bald with dark eyes distributing food at the Stark County Hunger Task Force was a security guard. There's only 4 or 5 volunteers distributing food. He came out and said, we always knew the tapes before were them and not her, so we never said a word. Well, by Christmas of 21, which is just last year, all this came out. Some investigators are in there, and security's walking around. The informant's here. No one's to say a word to her. Security comes out and said, we're mad this guy knew they did all this to her before and didn't say a word. And some guy named Eric trying to help him get away with this. Do you realize how stupid the agent that called me back looks? He's helping some wanted stalker for the girlfriend's family and friends that the police don't know who he is, and he's wanted for stalking, for date rape, drugging me, and kidnapping me, and photoshopping shower scenes to help the girlfriend get away with everything, and it's just some guy named Eric, and the police don't know who he is. Do you realize how bad and stupid it makes that agent look? See, nobody has an attorney. It's a fraud scheme. See, if they tell me my kids hate me and they're doing this and this and they're helping Dave and his girlfriend buy a line and they got an attorney and da-da-da, and they don't even know. That way I don't talk to them. And it's a big scam, so it blocks me and my relationship from my kids, okay? And then that way they can cause chaos. And then they can say, well, Melissa's still doing it, even though the police already told her they already knew all the kids were lying. And she's already told her friends in town they already knew all the kids were lying in 18. Well, the police have told everybody anyways in 18 because the kids got custody and they made everything up. And they sold the login to the protected life case, so it's common knowledge. Like Daniel's teacher said, everybody knows what's going on but her family. I don't even know what to say anymore. They're driving by screaming. I stopped talking for a minute because they're driving by screaming. I was found innocent of everything in 18. My whole family spoke highly of me. They found other ones lying for the pathetic girlfriend. Do you realize how the agent that called me back, how stupid he is going to look to headquarters? I helped them out because some guy named Eric was stalking her with his friend Steve for retired Judge Pete and their family friends, so I decided to help out for some guy named Eric. And the police didn't know about it. They were looking for her for 4 years for stalking her, for date rape, drugging her, and kidnapping her, and photoshopping, I guess, the shower scene. And I went along with it because of it. He's going to look like a retard. And that Pegasus thing that they're talking about where they hear through cell phones, they actually used it in my case in 18, and then they sold it to these people. They sold government experiments, which that could rate treason. They can go put to death for a lot, especially if that guy did die up there. They already have life in federal. Somebody would actually get off their ass. You know what? I feel like my one guy from my church, he said, her ex-husband is showing videos of them beating her, the way they beat and rape me. He said, I've heard that he's doing it. And so help me, if he shows it to me, I'm going to kick his nuts through his throat. He said, I'm going to kick him right in the crotch, or I'm going to kick him right in the nuts, and it's going to go up through his throat. He said, and no cop is going to arrest me. He said, because I will look at them and say, he's showing the video of them beating and raping her, or beating her like that. And then he's talking about the beating and torture. He said, and I don't believe in beating females no matter what. And he wants to brag he can have his wife beat like that. And you won't arrest him. And he's got proof he did it. He said, I find it repulsive. And he thinks he's going to show it to me. I'm going to put his nuts through his throat. I feel like him. Why don't people just look at my family and say, your dad tried to kill your mom. He tried to kill your middle brother, Josh, and his family. Your mom put up with it because he threatened all your lives. And you know what? She almost got shot driving. She got drugged on a regular basis up there. That's why she lost all that weight. They had a shooting night up there. She had a hide to. They broke in that other lady's apartment. It's a good thing she was in the hospital. There may be people injured because of this, and they're trying to cover it up. And your father was caught with the shooters and the attempt to kill your mom, and they broke in that old lady's apartment. None of this is funny. And if somebody did die, your father is a cold-blooded murderer. He's already is one because he tried to have we caught on tape. We all heard it, that he was going to kill Josh's family, and then he threatened to kill all your pathetic lives too. And your mother put up with stalkers coming at her, people trying to shoot her driving. You should live through a freaking 007 movie trying to save your pathetic asses. You need to love your mother and respect her. And I feel like the guy from my church, I'm going to say something, I'm going to do something myself. Why don't people actually start acting like with integrity? If the police don't have integrity, the agents don't have integrity to do their job, why don't society stand up for victims and say, look, just because he's a retired judge and has a spoiled brat, pathetic little daughter that they think they can lie on everybody, they can make up every situation, they can stalk people, kick in their door, they can drug them, they can Photoshop scenes, and then start a terrorist group. It's not acceptable, and where the hell is the law in this? And you can't pay everybody off like the mafia. Because you know what? The retired sheriffs I talked to, are you sure the mafia is not doing this to you? Because they act like the mafia. It's like, no, it's a retired judge for his daughter, and they got an agent, either friend or family member helping him get away with it. He said, it doesn't matter. They all should be in jail by now. One on earth. I said, they're laughing at the law where I live at. He said, I bet they are because they're acting like mafia. I gotta upload this.